Have you ever, at 3 o'clock in the morning, in that terrifyingly quiet hour, just lie there, staring into the darkness, and ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? The heavy silence of the night, with only the sound of your sigh for company. You're not just losing sleep. You're losing your mornings. You're losing that feeling of waking up refreshed, ready to greet the day. Instead, every morning is a battle with exhaustion, accompanied by a bitter taste in your throat and the haunting anxiety of seeing those blood pressure and heart rate numbers dance on the screen. It's a quiet pain, an erosion from the inside that only those who have lived it can truly understand. It steals your energy, your joy, and slowly, it makes you fear the very night itself. If any part of this story feels like your own, if you, too, have longed for just one night to sleep through the night, let me know by simply tapping the like button. It will be a signal that we are on this journey together. But what if I told you that the solution to those long nights doesn't lie in expensive pills or complicated herbal teas, but in a forgotten piece of wisdom, a dormant power hiding in plain sight in your kitchen? Something we use every day, but have never truly understood. That key is garlic. Yes, garlic. That familiar, pungent spice. But the real secret isn't in how you eat it. The secret is in how you awaken the precious compounds hidden deep inside it, turning it into a natural sedative that helps your body remember what deep sleep feels like. Today, I'm not just going to give you a few tips. I am going to walk you through my 3-night journey, a journey that gave me back the sleep I thought I had lost forever. We will explore 4 methods together. But remember this, the first 3 methods are the preparation, but the final key, at the very end of this video, is what creates the true transformation. It doesn't just give you back your sleep. It gives you back the clarity and energy you had years ago. This journey will bring back not only deep sleep for seniors, but peace of mind. Let's begin. Before we begin our 3-night journey, there is a critically important question we must answer first. A question that completely changed the way I look at this humble clove of garlic. And that question is, why? Why does this ordinary spice hold such immense power over our sleep? Many people only seek the answer to how. But for me, once you understand the root of why, your belief becomes as solid as a rock. And when you have that belief, true change can begin. These are the precious notes I gathered, the knowledge that lit the flame of hope within me. The first and most important secret lies in a compound called allicin. This is the very soul of garlic, the source of that strong, distinct aroma we all know. But allicin is more than just a scent. Imagine it as a gentle whisper to your nervous system. When you feel restless, when your heart is racing, when a wave of anxiety washes over you before bed, it's because your nervous system is on high alert. Allicin, when released correctly, softly sends a signal, it's safe now. You can relax. It helps to calm your heart rate, improve blood flow, and gently guide your body out of its fight or flight mode and into a state of rest. The second secret, and this is the truly magical part, involves a powerful duo in your brain, serotonin and melatonin. Imagine serotonin as the conductor, and melatonin, the sleep hormone, as the beautiful symphony that lulls you into dreams. As we get older, our conductor, serotonin, can sometimes grow tired and distracted. This is why the melatonin symphony is no longer played in its entirety, leaving our sleep fragmented and shallow. Garlic, in its natural wisdom, acts as a diligent assistant, helping the body produce and balance serotonin. When this conductor is supported, the melatonin symphony begins on time, playing naturally and consistently throughout the night. This isn't an external force like a sleeping pill. It is an awakening of the healing power already inside your own body. And the final secret is about a silent enemy that so many of us face every single day without even knowing it, silent inflammation. Do you ever feel exhausted, yet your mind simply refuses to quiet down? Does your body feel heavy, but your thoughts just race in circles? That is the signature of silent inflammation. It's like small, smoldering fires burning inside you, never allowing your body to truly shut down for deep rest. It directly impacts heart health and the quality of life for senior health. Garlic, with its potent natural anti-inflammatory properties, acts like a diligent firefighting crew, working to put out those smoldering embers, returning your body to the state of peace it needs to fall truly asleep. When I understood these three things, allicin calms, serotonin orchestrates, and its anti-inflammatory power extinguishes the internal unrest. I no longer saw garlic as just a spice. I saw it as a forgotten key. If this explanation has given you a renewed sense of hope and belief, please comment with the number 1 below. Just a single number, to let me know that you are ready to unlock the first door on this journey with me. There is an old saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. After understanding why garlic could become a companion for my sleep, I knew I couldn't just stop at theory. I had to take that first step. Even though a part of me was still skeptical, the hope I felt was now much stronger. And this is the truest diary of my first 2 nights on that journey. I invite you to relive these experiences with me, to see what truly happened. Night 1, the Whisper of Simplicity. That night, I decided to begin with the simplest method, one that required no elaborate preparation. A folk remedy that perhaps many of us have heard of before, placing a garlic clove under the pillow. Honestly, as I held the clove in my hand, a part of me still chuckled. Harold, you've tried modern medicine, ancient herbs, and now you're putting your faith in a clove of garlic? But then another voice spoke up, why not? What have you got to lose? And so, I did it. Just a single clove, firm and full of life. I peeled off the papery outer layer, revealing the ivory white body. I didn't crush it, just left it whole, and gently placed it inside my pillowcase, right near the edge where I usually rest my head. When I lay down, a very subtle, delicate scent began to spread. It wasn't the overpowering, pungent smell of cooking, but an earthy, natural, and intimate aroma. It smelled like the first rain on a dry field. I closed my eyes, trying not to overthink it, and just focused on my breathing. And something strange happened. I noticed my breath seemed to become deeper, clearer. The slight nasal congestion I often experienced at night seemed to have vanished. Perhaps the essential oils from the garlic were gently soothing my respiratory passages. That night, I didn't fall asleep instantly like magic. No. But I also didn't toss and turn for hours as I usually did. I drifted off without even realizing it. And the result? That night, I still woke up. But I only woke up once, at 4 in the morning, instead of the usual 3 or 4 times. And more importantly, I was able to fall back asleep right after. The next morning, though not yet completely refreshed, I no longer felt that heavy weight, like a boulder, pressing down on my mind. Just one small action, one single clove of garlic, had brought about a subtle yet distinct change. It wasn't a thunderstorm, but it was the first cool breeze after a long, sweltering heat wave. Night 2, the warmth from within. Encouraged by the results of the first night, I decided to try a more adventurous method on the second night. A method drawn from the wisdom of traditional medicine, applying crushed garlic to the soles of the feet. I know, it sounds truly bizarre. But in Eastern medicine, the soles of the feet are considered the second heart of the body, home to countless important acupressure points, especially the Yongquan point located right in the center of the sole. Stimulating this point is believed to help circulate vital energy, warm the body, and bring the mind to a state of tranquility. That evening, after soaking my feet in warm water, I dried them thoroughly. I took 3 cloves of garlic, peeled them, and crushed them in a small mortar. Immediately, the scent of allicin was released much more powerfully. I took the crushed garlic paste, applied it gently to the Yongquan point area, and then used a piece of clean medical gauze to secure it. One extremely important note I must share with you all: raw garlic is warming. If you have sensitive skin, please start with a very small amount and apply it for only about 15 to 20 minutes. Do not leave it on overnight to avoid blisters. The senior health of our bodies demands caution. As I sat down to relax, a gentle, warming sensation began to spread from the soles of my feet. It wasn't a burning feeling, but a deep, pleasant warmth, as if a current of energy was slowly flowing up my calves, my knees, and throughout my entire body. The tension I always held in my shoulders and neck seemed to melt away. And that night, true magic happened. For the first time in months, perhaps even a year, I slept through the night until 5 a.m. Not once did I wake up. When I opened my eyes, I had a moment of disbelief. It was already light outside. The room was no longer shrouded in that familiar darkness. The heavy, weary feeling was gone. In its place was a clarity, a mental sharpness that I had almost forgotten. That was the moment I knew I was on the right path. My journey through the first 2 nights taught me that sometimes the most powerful solutions come from the simplest things. If you find this second method, the one that brings warmth from the soles of your feet, to be an interesting discovery, please comment with the number 2 below. That's all it takes for me to know you are still patiently walking this path with me. There is a kind of warmth that, in the rush of life, we seem to have forgotten. It isn't the warmth of a thick blanket, nor the heat from a fireplace. It is the warmth of being soothed, the warmth of absolute safety, like when we were children, being handed a cup of warm milk before bed. After the first 2 nights showed such promising signs, I suddenly realized, why not combine the scientific power of garlic with the emotional power of a warm cup of milk? What if I could create a formula that not only powerfully calms the nervous system but also comforts my soul with the gentlest of memories? And that was the moment I walked into my kitchen, not as a patient searching for a cure, but as a hopeful scientist, about to begin the most important experiment of my life. Night 3, the garlic milk and honey recipe, nature's sleeping draft. I call this the recipe for wholeness. And today, I will share with you every step, every single detail of what I did. First, I prepared 5 cloves of garlic. Not 3, not 4, but 5. I wanted to be certain that the dose of allicin was potent enough to make a significant difference. I peeled them, washed them, and then, using the flat side of a knife, I crushed them. Not minced, just crushed enough to awaken the precious compound sleeping inside. Next, I took exactly 1 cup of unsweetened fresh milk, about 250 milliliters. I poured the milk into a small pot, added the crushed garlic, and placed it on the stove. And this next step is critically important: use the lowest possible heat. We are not cooking a dish, we are performing a slow, gentle extraction of its essence. We must allow the garlic and milk to infuse, letting the anti-inflammatory and calming compounds of the garlic gently dissolve into the warm liquid. I let it simmer like this for about 10 to 15 minutes, stirring gently, until the initial pungent smell of garlic disappeared, replaced by a strangely warm, sweet, and comforting aroma. Then, I turned off the heat and let the milk cool down just a little, until it was comfortably warm to drink. Do not add honey while the milk is still too hot, as high temperatures will destroy the precious enzymes within it. Finally, I stirred in 1 teaspoon of raw honey until it dissolved completely. Honey not only soothes the throat and adds a touch of sweetness, but it also helps to stabilize your blood sugar throughout the night, preventing you from waking up due to a blood sugar dip, a common issue for many seniors. As I held the cup of creamy, off-white garlic milk, steam gently rising from it, I didn't drink it right away. I took a deep breath. The aroma was indescribable. It was no longer the smell of garlic, nor was it just the smell of milk. It was the scent of care. The scent of peace. And when I took the first sip, a wave of warmth spread from my throat, down to my stomach, and then slowly radiated throughout my chest. It was unlike any medicine I had ever taken. It felt like a hug. Yes, that's it. A hug from within. My body completely let go. The anxious knots in my mind seemed to automatically loosen. I drank the entire cup slowly, savoring every drop, about an hour before going to bed. And that night, I slept. I didn't just sleep through the night. I had a true, deep sleep. A dreamless sleep. A sleep so peaceful that when I woke up the next morning, it took me a few seconds to realize where I was. The morning sun was already streaming into the room. For the first time in years, I hadn't woken up in darkness. The heavy feeling in my head was completely gone. In its place was a lightness, a clarity, a feeling of being fully recharged. That was when I knew I had found it. I had found the answer I had been searching for all this time. My dawn had finally returned. This recipe is more than a method, it is a healing ritual. If you, too, are yearning for that warm hug from within, if you believe you deserve to have peaceful sleep, please comment with the number 3 below. Just to let you know that my story has touched your heart. Winning back the dawn after so many long nights is a victory. But there is a truth that, at our age, we all understand very well: winning a single battle is different from winning the war. The first 3 nights with garlic milk helped me win the battle against insomnia. But to win the entire war for sustainable deep sleep, for a body that is healthy from its very roots, I knew I needed a strategic ally, a silent guardian to protect me every single day. And this is where I want to introduce you to the final treasure of my journey. Something that isn't a quick fix for one night, but an investment for 1,000 peaceful nights to come. I am talking about black garlic. Perhaps many of us have heard of it, but not everyone truly understands the power hidden within this mysterious, jet black food. Black garlic is not a different variety of garlic. It is made from the same ordinary white garlic we use every day, but it has undergone a miraculous transformation. Imagine it like a caterpillar that, after weeks of stillness in a chrysalis, emerges as a beautiful butterfly. The white garlic cloves are naturally fermented under strictly controlled temperature and humidity for 60 to 90 days. This long, patient process changes them completely. The first thing you notice is that the signature pungent smell of garlic is gone. In its place is a mild, mellow aroma, with a sweet and tangy flavor reminiscent of dried fruit. It's so soft it can practically melt in your mouth. The biggest barrier that makes many people shy away from garlic has been completely removed. But the most important changes happen on the inside. This slow fermentation process does more than just alter the flavor, it acts as an alchemical furnace, multiplying the power of its precious compounds many times over. The level of antioxidants in black garlic is significantly higher than in regular garlic. This is incredibly important for our heart health and for slowing down the aging process. And most critically for our sleep, black garlic's ability to support the body's serotonin production becomes more stable and powerful. It's no longer a temporary boost, but foundational support, helping the conductor in our brain stay healthy and perform its job well, day after day. Furthermore, it is incredibly gentle on the stomach, solving the heartburn issues that raw garlic can sometimes cause. The way I use this treasure is even simpler than making a cup of milk. Each day, I have just 2 to 4 cloves. I divide them into 2 servings. 1 or 2 cloves in the morning after I wake up, and 1 or 2 in the early evening, about 30 minutes before my meal. I simply eat them directly, chew them thoroughly, and then drink a glass of warm water to help with absorption. That's all. A tiny habit that takes less than a minute each day. But its impact is immense. Not only does it help me maintain the good sleep I fought so hard to get back, but I also feel my body is lighter, my digestion is better, and my mind is significantly clearer every single morning. It's like building a strong foundation for the house of your health. Instead of waiting for cracks to appear and then trying to patch them, you reinforce them from the ground up, every single day. I know that black garlic might be a new concept for many. Perhaps you've never seen it, or never tasted it. If this is the first time you are hearing about this treasure, and you feel curious about it, please help me by commenting with the number 4 below. It will let me know that my sharing has brought you a new and useful discovery. Every single clove of garlic we have explored together over this past 30-minute journey. It's more than just a method. To me, it's a seed. A seed of peace. A seed of health. And most importantly, a seed for the brilliant sunrises that we all deserve. Today, We have planted 4 different types of seeds together in the garden of our well-being. The first seed, placed under the pillow, is the seed of simplicity. It reminds us that sometimes, the biggest changes come from the smallest, most subtle actions. The second seed, applied to the soles of our feet, is the seed of deep relaxation. It helps us reconnect with our bodies, releasing the tension we have unconsciously held onto for years. The third seed, the warm garlic milk, is the seed of comfort and healing. It is a hug from within, soothing not just the body, but also the soul. And the final seed, the precious cloves of black garlic, is the seed of lasting strength. It is the solid foundation that helps us not just to sleep well for a few nights, but to maintain a healthy and vibrant life for the long term. The most important thing I want to tell you right now is this: you do not have to plant all of these seeds at once. Listen to your body. Start with the seed that feels closest to you, the one that resonates the most. The journey to reclaim your deep sleep is your own personal journey. And to make that journey a little easier, I have spent some time preparing a small gift for you. It is a 1-page, golden sleep guidebook, summarizing all 4 methods, the detailed garlic milk recipe, and the most important safety notes. You can find the link to download it for free right in the description below this video. Please, think of it as a small map for your garden. Now, I have one final question for you. After listening to this entire story, which seed do you want to plant first for your sleep? Will it be number 1, 2, 3, or 4? Please leave a number in the comments section below. Your answer is not just a number. It is a commitment to your health, and it will also be a priceless source of inspiration for the other friends watching this video with you. If the journey we have just taken together has brought you value and hope, please share a little kindness by clicking the like button. And if you don't want to miss out on more simple yet meaningful health stories like this one in the future, please press the subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it. So that every time I have a discovery to share, you will be the first to know. Thank you for patiently listening to an old man's story. I wish you a truly restful night and a truly brilliant sunrise.